I got no worries. 2 good days. Things are back to normal again. I was starting to get worried. I might have gotten a string of good luck. Nobody wants that though. We got a heck of a wheat crop out here. We haven't earned every bit of it though. Hey, first thing we got going on this morning before we head to the field, get back on the combine, we're gonna get Zach started spraying. Kelly's got about 90 acres or so already planted. We gotta go back and spray behind the planter to kill the weeds that's out there and put out pre-merge to keep other weeds coming up. So he's gonna fill up with 1,000 gallons of water, get across about 66 of those 90 acres, and then we'll repeat it again tomorrow. The key is we got to get these soybeans that we've already got planted, we've got to get them sprayed before they emerge, and with really hot temperatures we got, beans probably be up in about 3 days, so we don't have much margin for error on getting them sprayed. Carter bringing the service truck out here. I think he's taking a liking to it. Ain't doing it take long to get dusty.
Back after it again this morning. Kelly is about 15, 18 acres behind the combine, which is right where we want her to be. And now I am getting caught up on spraying burn down first thing this morning. I hate driving this road. People think it's a freaking highway, and you meet them in the worst spots. Anyways, I'm gonna get caught up on spraying burn down and get right up behind the planter, and we're gonna head back out to the field, see how much we can get knocked out today.
Carter, come on, time to be productive.
A wet willy and banging on sheet metal. I should wake him up pretty good.
Get the service truck and follow us out there. Finally got Kelly fixed and headed back out to the field. We're gonna go out and try to get ourselves going now too.
Welcome to day 3. First 2 days, Carter had the GoPro in the green buggy, so Matt gave me this one to show you how I'm planting soybeans after he combines it. So I've gotten everything set up, my fields, my guidance lines, everything's folded, ready to go. This little 13-acre field, I had to wait until he was completely done, because if I come in right behind him in the little fields, I'm on top of him, so this makes it easier for me because I catch up really quick. So I'm gonna get this done, move to a 7-acre field, get that done. By the time that is done, hopefully he will have the big bottom done and I can get in there. It's really hard because even though I want to stay on top of the combine, you can't if there's no room. So if the fields are small, I have to wait, or I have to keep a track open. So then I have to go back and plant it, and then it just looks bad. And then if you miss spots, you end up getting pigweeds up, and I don't want to go chop pigweeds this summer. So it's just easier if I kind of stay back. Some of this ground is very rough, so I have to get out a lot. I don't want to get out a lot. I'm allergic to the stuff. I've been battling that, plus recovering from surgery, so I'll get it added today and hopefully have a good day, and she will act right. We've already had a discussion. So other than that, I've been doing pretty well and rolling right along.
I got all the windows clean, mirrors clean. Here, take me out to get it. All right, pull the service truck over there and fill your tractor up with fuel. It's the we got fuel in the service truck. We're going to top it off. It goes in the black cap, not the blue one. Okay, do not put in the blue one. As Zach just got done with spraying, got the truck out here. Ooh, look at those pretty windows Carter clean. All right, right before we get started, I wanted to announce the winners of the little contest I had. No, there's no grand prize. You just get your name mentioned here on the video. But anyway, the first day of wheat harvest, you're gonna be seeing this probably a couple weeks after we actually started wheat harvest. But the first day of wheat harvest, I posted a picture on the community part of our page, and I was asking who can guess what our average yield was in bushels per acre for the first day. But anyway, the first day total, we harvested about 5,700 bushels off of about 62 acres, and that gives us a final average of 92 bushels per acre, what we got on the first day. And several people got real close. Jack Stanley, he guessed between 90 to 100, which technically is correct. I was looking for something a little more specific, an actual number. But anyway, Jack Stanley guessed 90 to 100. Jack Oxendine, please forgive me if I didn't pronounce that right. Anyway, he guessed 93. He got real close. Jonathan Ball guessed 95. Another one real close. Nick Bell guessed 90. Close but no cigar. We got two winners that both guessed 92 bushels per acre. Joshua Gluick, again, please forgive me if I didn't pronounce it right, and Jim Sumners. Congratulations, Joshua and Jim, on guessing the correct answer at 92 bushels per acre. Maybe one of these days when I start making some real money off YouTube, I'll be able to offer like actual prizes and stuff. That's probably going to be a little bit down the road. Anyway, congratulations guys, appreciate y'all watching. On a side note, I really wish I was actually yielding what a lot of y'all actually guessed. I mean, there were some really big numbers out there, you know, 100, 120, 130, 140 bushels per acre. I wish we were doing that, but we're still a ways off from achieving those kinds of yields. So, all right, now we got that out of the way. Let's get this beast fired up, get some wheat cut.
Welcome to the double crop soybean rodeo. Literally are riding what I would guess would be a bull. Oh man. Oh! Ah! I'm over it! I'm freaking over it! I just like, I don't even, oh my god. I'm gonna break the freaking planter, it's not even my fault! I go any slower, it ain't gonna plant anymore. Ah, bless. Should have planted downhill. No, I gotta plant this way when the runoff is this way. And I'm not even in the worst part of the field. I dreaded this area, but where he's at, oh yeah, it's gonna be real fun. Can't get a pay raise because, you know, I don't know, my name's on half the farm, so how am I supposed to get a pay raise if it's your farm? Yeah. This isn't fun. I don't like it. Other farms are pretty good. I was dreading this one. Hardcore. As long as it's putting seed in the ground, I guess that's a good thing. I've had to get out a few times and throw chunks of tree out of the way so Matt would pick it up with the combine when we come back in here to harvest these beans. Oh, beef, thank you.
We're heading back a pit stop here. This wheat is extremely thick down, and it's really hot outside, and I'm having problems with the combine wanting to overheat. We've blown the radiator out real good, and it seems to help just a little bit, but I think probably got some cores in there that are plugged up, not letting airflow come through. So that's going to bring some wire back. We're going to try and poke it through and get all the cores cleaned out, make sure I got everything just as clean as possible, because I can't keep on stopping every 15 minutes, let this thing cool down. and nothing I can do about reducing the type of load it's under. There's just a lot of straw we got to run through the combine here. All right, 3 hours later, we've messed with this thing all I can mess with it. We got, I don't know, close to half the fin straightened out. We did every other row. Blew the heck out of the thing. Tried to get all the cores clean that we could. We'll try it out, see if it runs any cooler. Hopefully that was enough to at least get us by, and then after wheat harvest, before corn harvest, we can get this thing in the shop and straighten the rest of the fins out when we actually got time to mess with it. My combine may be cooled down now, but I'm about overheated. Working beside a hot radiator, 90+ degree weather.
Potter, you better wake up.
It's not what I consider a good time.
I'm awake. I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, right. You've been sitting in the AC the whole time while I've been out there
Why
messing
you
with
call my
the
dad and get out of my way?
They could have actually got outside the tractor in the AC and helped dear old dad, or at least volunteered to help. I think I might drop his pay $1 or $2 an hour. I only pay top dollar for good help.
Don't worry, Carter. You can be less quality dollar like myself.
Got a splitting headache too. Ugh, gonna be a long afternoon. Let's keep our fingers crossed this works. There's nothing like a wet wipe bath. Combines are nasty, nasty things once they get a day or two's worth of use on it. That was the second wipe down after the first one.
This isn't a fun rodeo. Oh, no. Listen here. You may have messed up with him, but you're not messing up with me. We've had a good relationship. I've treated you great. So this tractor is slipping between, I don't know what's going on with it. Matt was like, oh, you just need to bump it up, bump down. Well, I found that if you don't like blow and go, you kind of just ease into the second higher gear, it won't slip. Unless you're on a hill and this thing is full, then you just have to go in the lower gear so it doesn't keep tripping. So far it's the first time I've had twice that it's done that, and if you just back off of the pedal, it actually will stop slipping. Matt likes to drive in cruise control, and since, I mean I do too, but since we've got problems with this transmission, kind of figured out a way to kind of work it and not make it slip by just driving it like a car. I figure if I can prevent it from completely breaking, then that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, there's another washout. Ooh. Are you done? Are you done? Yes! Anything to try and help out so we don't have to pay a buttload of money to fix it, so that's always a good thing, right?
Well, we're having another one of those days. Just can't seem to get our wheels going. I think I just had a chain break on my front drum, feeder drum on the header there. It's not spinning anymore. Choked the feeder up. And if it is in fact the chain, that's not an easy one to get to. That daggum manure's piled up.
Better.
Oh boy, how are we gonna get this thing? We can't spin the drum. And it is wedged in there.
Oh, it's broken off.
Broke and twisted. Yeah, no saving this one. I think I got a size 60 chain there on the truck, but I don't think I got a chain brake with me though. I got one, but it ain't no good. It's rusted up. We're going to go get one. What do you think the best way is to feed it from the bottom and wrap it around the top?
It's gonna be the easiest.
Alright, got the chain fixed. Let's try this back out again. See what else we'll have to work on today before it's time to go home. I know what I'm ready for though. I'm ready for a shower. I'm ready for a cold beer. And not necessarily in that order. In fact, I might combine them. I might have a shower beer tonight. Or 2 shower beers. I'm just making my mouth water just thinking about it.
I think I'm past the worst part. I might be able to, the minute I say shift to a higher gear, I'm going to find a hole that'll slam my head into the ceiling. So I've had to lower my seat because the last one got me up pretty high and with 40-something stitches in my face. And I really don't need to be hitting that, so I need to be hitting my head, period. Matt's hit his head at least 3 times this week, so I think the both of us need to check into a all-inclusive somewhere in another country. Disappear for like 10 days and just sit on a beach with Eduardo or, you know, Lucy bringing us fruity drinks, and we don't have to worry about a farm or kids, medical bills hitting your head. Beans not coming up, cotton rotting, corn rotting. We can just sit on a beach or next to a pool where they just bring you drinks all day long and food where I don't have to cook it. A girl can dream, right?
Alright, let's hope this works. You can see all this wheat is flat on the ground right here. Up until 2 years ago, it had been in pasture, and this spot right here is where they stack their hay year after year after year after year to feed hay. So it's full of net wrap and solid manure. I mean, there's really not even much soil here. It's pretty much all manure. So wheat got tall and the wheat went down. It is really thick and really heavy right through here. Feed drum's turning though, until I choke the feeder up. There she goes. Pull through that time. Take her nice and easy. Water, you're a little close there. Well, some high yielding wheat over here. And I can certainly tell it running through the combine. Alright, we're coming back up to that spot again. Finally got the header cleared out, choked up again on the next pass. No matter how slow I go, some of that straw is just still green down there. I bet this spot sure was grow some good corn though. We'll find out next year. Alright, we made it through without choking up this time. Maybe I got this thing figured out. Well, after 2 good days running, we're paying for it today. We're working on our 2nd truckload of wheat for the day, and I think it's like 4:30, 5 o'clock. We were down, you know what, 2.5 hours trying to get the radiator to cool, which it seems like it's doing a lot better. It's still not running as cool as where I'd want it to, but it's still a good 20-25 degrees away from overheating. So hopefully we can get through the rest of the wheat harvest with it like it is, and then we'll get it there in the shop and take some more time, straighten some more fins out. That's just plain old my fault. You know, when we got it from the dealer, I cleaned it up real good, and one of the things I want to do was really get that radiator good and clean. And I didn't realize that the actual radiator part for the engine coolant was made out of real thin aluminum. I thought it was kind of like made out of steel like other radiators had been. The air-to-air intercooler and the hydraulic cooler, both of those have got good style steel fins on them. But anyway, I got a little aggressive with the pressure washer trying to blow the dirt out through it, and wind up bending a lot of those fins to where it's probably choking airflow off, I don't know, 40-50% or whatever. It never had run hot. I never really did worry about it. But this is the first real big wheat crop that we've cut with this thing that's really putting that much of a load on the combine. You know, typically when we're shelling corn, it doesn't have near as big a load on the combine because we were only running a 6-row head, and then by the time we get to beans, you know, it's a little bit cooler in the fall, so the engine overheating never had been a problem. But see, we definitely need to pay a little attention to that radiator before we get into corn, because we're gonna have that big 12-row head. It could put a pretty big load on this combine. We need to get that fixed. But when you farm, you'll have days like this. You'll have plenty of days like this. Well, the bad juju continues today. Normally, I fly the drone here from the cab to get the shots that I want while it's on auto steer, but this farm is so rough and so much down wheat that, you know, there's no way I can do a good job of cutting wheat and flying the drone, so gave Zach the drone to get some good shots here in the evening, and he was lining up for a high up drop down shot on the wheat field right next to us, and all of a sudden he's about 350 feet in the air, and all of a sudden something happened to the drone. He said it was flipping over end on the screen. I don't know if a propeller broke or came loose or had problems with the battery or what. But anyway, I've just lost my third drone in 5 years. So that's going to be it for the DJI Phantom series for me. I will be going to one of the Mavic series to replace this one, I reckon. Something's a little bit more durable and definitely a little bit more compact. When the camera crew was following us, they had a little Mavic Mini. Wasn't a great drone. It's not the kind I would want, but I saw them fly that thing inside of my grain bins at like 30 miles an hour. Picked up off the ground, the sucker took back off. Whereas my Phantom, if it did something like that, it'd be in about 1 million different pieces.
It looks like she's got everything, but it's...
I'm guessing it's completely demolished, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no fix for her.
From 300, 400 feet, that's not as bad as I was expecting.
The battery's still freaking on it. Or is on.
I'm sorry, boss.
I mean, it ain't your fault. Does it look like, did a propeller come off or something?
I mean, all of a sudden, I was sitting there flying. I was backing up to do one of those drop-in shots, like what we normally do, and it beeped at me, and that caught my attention, and all it flashed across in red was it said rotor failure. And when I looked back at the screen, it was going end over end like this.
Yeah, man, well, I guess one of those motors just quit. I mean, it would have happened to me. It could have happened to anybody. It just sucks it was up so high when it happened, but oh well.
The SIM card's in there.
Okay. Card's there.
And I got the camera, but I mean, it's done.
Yep,
Well,
it's toast. But you say the memory card's in there?
Memory card's there. Got the camera.
Camera's intact.
All the camera and stuff is no good. It's everything's in the gimbal there, so there's not anything we can salvage except maybe 2 propeller blades.
Well, I found it, so there you go.
All right.
It was within 30 feet of where it said on the map. So
Well, when it started tumbling with those motors still going, there's no telling where it could have shot off to.
Yeah.
But it was in the field, the wheat field. That's not sticking out. So. Oh well, it is what it is.
All right, thanks. Well, there you go. First-hand view of the carnage. At least they found it. No need to call the FAA in on that. I just need to call it a day, go home. This has just not been a good day for us. All right, how can I tell you that I'm working a formal cattle farm without actually telling you I'm working a formal cattle farm? You catch old fencing up in the draper. Oh, baby boy, she is wedged up in there. I'm gonna boost you up here. I need you up here in top of the header and kind of pushing down on this wire so we can get it out here. I'm gonna lift you up, you get up here on top of the header and push down on this wire, this bunch of wire that's in there so I can try and pull it out.
I can just go right there and get it.
Whatever. All right, you see kind of that bunch right in there? Like try and step on it and smash it down, and then we'll try and work it through the side. What's it catching on? Can you see? Can you pull it up that way? Can you pull it up that way? Can you pull it up that way? We said the wire cutter's back down here. You got one holding you up.
That little bit, please.
All right, pull. All right, hold up. All right, pull. I got no words. 2 good days. Things are back to normal again. I was starting to get worried. I might have gotten a string of good luck. We got a heck of a wheat crop out here. We haven't earned every bit of it though. Oh. All right, let's see what else we can get into. Well, look at that sunset. Oh my goodness. Sure wish I had a drone to put up in the air right now. I think we'll get down the other end. We're gonna call it quits for the day. This stuff has really gotten starting to get tough. My losses are going up. We've had a pretty rough day, so I think we're gonna call it a day and hope we get a good fresh start tomorrow. A little bit better luck tomorrow. On the plus side, you know, we've had a rough day, but if you look on the bright side, you know, 3 days hard running this combine, and you know, other than the overheating problem, which is due to me being a little aggressive with a pressure washer a couple years ago, the combine is run like a champ. It's like all the repairs that we did this winter and what the dealership did last fall after the accident. It looks like everything's holding up. This thing hasn't given us a lick of problems. The chopper and everything is holding up just right. Got nothing to complain about on that front, that's for sure.